Welcome back, my painting friends. I love that we've built this little community here. All of us figuring out watercolor together. And my job each week is to go find the tutorials that will actually help you succeed, not the ones that just claim to be beginner. This week, folk art teapots. I found one by One Tooth Moose, it's hard to say, tutorial and immediately grabbed my brushes. Here's what happened. So I picked this one because I love folk art, and this was really cute. However, it does involve drawing and significant fine detail. So this is my version. And you know how I always like to say good, bad, and ugly? Well, this week it's just, we'll leave off the good. How's that? Enough said, we'll leave off the good. So a couple of things that I would do differently if I were to do this one again. And believe it or not, I only did one of them this week. She actually calls for, I believe it was 4x10 paper, and I decided to try my little book here, which is only about 4x8. And so it shrunk everything a little bit. And because there's so much fine detail, it was a challenge for me. And just to show the difference, I did cut a piece of 5x12, which is what size I would try it on again, is I just used my Kiwi Hub cheaper paper and cut it 5x12. So you can see the difference in sizes and how much bigger those teapots would be. Because a lot of this stuff here was really a challenge to make it match hers because it is so tiny. So number one, I would do different, use a bigger size paper. Next, let's talk about the brushes. So these are the two I started with. They're my snap brushes. I use those a lot. You know, this is one of them is a 0 and one is a 2, I believe. 0 and 2. And they're okay, but I couldn't do the super fine lines that she does. And so I tried this one, which is a snap 2-0. So really small. Well, the problem with this one is, if you can see it against any of these, it's really short here, is that it doesn't hold enough paint to be able to draw those fine lines. So if I was to do this again, she uses a bigger brush. I would probably grab, this is a, believe it or not, a size 6, and you're going, yeah, that's kind of big. It's about what she used, but look at the point on this one. So this is a Princeton Heritage Series, and that's really what you need. You need it to hold the body, to hold the paint, so you have enough to continue those lines and not have to pick it up and keep dipping it and getting different textures and line sizes and stuff like it did here. So I would try it again with something that has a really fine point. So if you have a good brush that has a nice point on it, like this one, that's what I would try it with. And paints, I just picked some blue that I had here, and I needed a lot, so I put it on the palette. Otherwise, I actually used a yellow. And one of the issues I had keeping up with her, she does this in a lot of layers. You go over it really light, you go over some of it again. Well, by the time she got to the 4th layer, I was already as dark as I could make this paint go. So I didn't do her 4th layer. You'll see she goes over it 4 times. And the other thing is, she then, you'll see her paints, and if you saw the clip, she paints this in an orange, which would look a whole lot better. But by the time I got to this background, I grabbed my Posca first, and I didn't have an orange. So I went with red, and I don't really care for the red. It distracts too much from the blue. Her orange on the yellow looks nice. It's just an emphasis without being in your face, which the red is in your face. And then I use the Posca marker like she has, but I just have the basic colors, and basic colors don't include an orange. So those are the 3 things that I would have done differently. Heads up for you so you can do it right the first time. So let's talk a little bit about the verdict here. So I gave it a solid beginner, mostly because of the drawing. You have to draw the teapots and all the fine little lines on there. It was a challenge for me, and I'm pretty steady, but some of my lines, as you can see, were a little bit wobbly there. So I give it a solid beginner for that reason. And because of all her layers, I guess that it took me more than an hour, but it will take most people more than an hour. She was borderline between solid beginner and not quite. So this is one of those I'd say, I mean, I've been practicing for a year and I'm still a beginner and I couldn't do it. So keep that in mind. But it's so cute. But she's got steady hand. Her lines are straight and everything. So I left it on a solid beginner so that maybe you want to give it a try. Minimal supplies. She says she only uses blue, yellow, and an orange tone on it. And the pace of the video, I gave her a medium pace. I had to pause this like last week a lot, but it was just because I can't paint nor draw as fast as she does. So I still give it a medium pace. It wasn't too fast to follow. Well, it's too fast to follow if you can just, you know, paint without watching her and draw without watching her, but I called it a medium pace. Then as far as senior friendly, for those of you my senior friends out there, she does give clear instructions. I like that she is easy to follow, but you do have to pause it. However, she doesn't get a check mark for the fine detail and the drawing because there is extensive of both in there. So as you know, I already said I like folk art, and this was really cute. What I would do again is definitely on bigger paper and probably either an orange Posca marker for the arches or do the orange paint as she does them. So this one, I actually give it an approved, but again, solid beginner on that one. So whatever your verdict is on this one, whether you're going to try it this weekend or save it for when you're ready, I'm just glad you're here painting with me. So all the links, including the video, are down below where it says click here for links. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's close with YaYa's Irish blessing. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May your heart be light, your colors bright, and may you find peace and joy in the beauty that you create. Until next time, bye.